Hey guys, welcome to my channel where if you know, you can grow. So let's erase our doubt and let's pay attention because with Sean, it's always something to learn.
What's going on today, guys? All right, so today we got mail. All right, now this is a plant that I have been wanting for quite some time. To give you a little bit of context of what it reminds you of, think of a painted lady. I follow a lady on Instagram. We're pretty good friends, and she was letting me know that a lady that she buys plants from was having a sale on a very special, and I'm opening it upside down. Luckily enough, it's packed. A lady was having a sale on a plant that her and I talked about. I said, oh, really? She said, yeah. Now, I am a philodendron lover. I just am. Other plants, they're beautiful, and I see myself kind of shifting into those slowly as I go, like the signonium. And of course, I love my pothos and things. But recently, guys, I've really just been getting into like the philodendrons, actually going a little bit deeper. Pretty sure I bought some pretty cool plants. Like I bought a McDowell, philodendron McDowell, Plumani's, just a lot of really cool plants. But because I didn't know how to take care of them, they quickly went. It's nice now to be getting to a point where I feel a little bit more comfortable in taking on plants. In no mean am I saying I'm an expert, because I can still kill them. Like I never pretend to know everything. What works for me, and I just tell it to you because I like to keep things as simple as possible. If regular water is gonna work, regular water is what I use. Now, sometimes I'll have, everybody gets a bonus and gets a little extra money or get a little extra time. And so I experiment and try some pretty cool things to see how my plants react to it. But if I'm keeping it hot, like daily doing it, no, I can't do that. And with the amount of plants that I have, it would just cost so much. And then it would take away from the happiness and the peace that it brings me, because now I'm stressed about the care part for them. So I like to keep plants that just don't have a lot of pest problems or a lot of things that could cause me to have to spend a lot more to care for them. That's why I've been staying away from the anthuriums. And I'm not saying they are disease prone, because I don't know enough about them. I just know they're very expensive. The alocasias, like it just depends on which angle you're going with them, which I mean, some could say for philodendrons, like philodendrons can get pretty pricey. I mean, $150 for a philodendron is a lot in my book, especially with philodendrons, because you can get a really decent, like one that's back here, a good size, like you can get a philodendron this size for $30, Maybe not growing this type of way, but as far as the leaf shape and size, you can get a decent one. All right, guys, I got distracted, sorry. But now I feel comfortable with paying those prices for a philodendron if it's something that I really want and I've been saving for it. And when I say saving for it, meaning I haven't been out just buying plants just to be filling the void. Like I've been actively waiting. All right. So this one right here cost me $65. Okay. Now this is a Philodendron Goldiana. Isn't she beautiful? Look at those colors on her. That gold color. It's beautiful. All right, and I'm gonna show you why I always put them so closely related to the painted. Look at that. I thought the painted lady was the Goldiana. Like I just didn't think that they would look so different once I got them. Like I could see some of the difference into the color. Like this one always seemed a little bit lighter, but that was pretty much all. I was like, okay, maybe it could be lighting, whatever. But as you can see, just the color difference between the two, they're like night and day. Now, as this one gets older, the Goldiana, that leaf darkens up a little bit more than this one, than the Painted Lady. The Painted Lady seems that her leaves pretty much stay the same color the whole time. At least that's the stage that has been since I've had it. We did have a little bit of drying out issues going on with her. After I got her, I put her down in a place in which I just kind of forgot about her. I didn't catch it too late or anything, but you know, we're bringing it back. It happens. But the Goldiana, I don't have much history to talk about her. She is a tropical plant, a philodendron, which means that she prefers her soil to dry out completely before in between watering. With her just recently being shipped, I'm not going to do a repot right now, but I'm definitely thinking about putting her in a self-watering container just to start off. That's kind of what I've been converting a lot of my plants to lately. Some plants can't use self-watering containers because I'm still trying to learn what their soil needs are. And even though most of my plants are using the same mix, depending on where they're at in the room, how the grow lights are hitting them, and just what kind of plant I guess that they are, it hasn't allowed me to I don't have an accurate amount, and I don't trust a self-watering container because that self-watering container is just going to push that water to that plant until it's done, and I don't want to push water to a plant that don't need any water pushed to it. So I've been holding off on some of those plants, but ones like this, the philodendrons that I switched over to, they have been seeming to do pretty good, and the signoniums seem to be doing pretty good on them. So I'll keep you updated with that, with the self-watering. My Philodendron orange marmalade seemed to be doing pretty good in this self-watering container. I'm still learning the plant, so the leaves and stuff like this, I don't even know if that's normal or not. I believe it is though, but you know, when I bought the plant, this is how it was, and now I'm starting to see it kind of fill out a little bit. I hope that this is how the leaves stay because that would be pretty daggone cool. Also, so I did have a humidity issue going on. Right here, it's a humidity issue going on. And this was kind of just pushed and jabbed into here. So I did have to get a Q-tip and pop it out. But in doing that, I did hit this leaf and damage it. So I don't know if it's on unfurl or not. And I'm really sad because that's going to be like pinkish orange or whatever it is. And that would be so pretty. So we're just going to see what's going to happen with it. But if I wouldn't have popped it out, it would have messed up too. So I took a risk. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off. But maybe I don't lose everything, you know? But with the self-watering container, yeah, definitely that will alleviate me allowing the plant to dry out because I think that I mess plants up with that. I'm also going to get this propped up on either a stake or, yeah, I'm not going to do moss. Yeah, stake, or I could do moss. I don't know. Because we already have some area roots, and we know that if we can go ahead and get this to wrap around either a stake or moss, I'm most likely going to go with stake. Then we can get these leaves to size up. Okay, I'm going to go with, I can't let it go. I want to go with stake or something because, guys, when it comes to the moss, I get consistent and I do a really good job at it. Then I forget about it for like 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks. You know? And what happens is that the plant that was using the moss pole in order to size up, now that area roots kind of died and messed up and I disrupted. And I've noticed even when I try to go back to save it, it never works. So like it's hit or miss. And yes, I don't know if I want to dedicate myself to doing it or not, especially if they can grow the same size on a stake. So that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know much else about this plant. So we're going to find out about her together, I guess, as we grow. And yeah, appreciate you being here. You're growing with Sean.